Tess. Start off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pardon?
Good evening. My name's David Huffine. I'm the District Athletic Director. I'd like to welcome you to the Tempe All-City Association award ceremony for the fall season. I usually don't start off the award ceremony. It's usually Dr. Woods here, which he's going to in a second, but I just wanted to say congratulations to all the athletes, to all the effort that you put in. You are the best of the best of the Tempe Union. We appreciate all the work and effort. You are going to hear tonight a lot of praise about how proud everybody is of you and how you've accomplished your goals. But obviously, winning All-City is just part of your journey. And when you look forward, you're going to set more goals. And everybody up here is going to say you can accomplish everything you want, anything you want. You just got to have to work hard for it. Which kind of reminds me of a story of a young individual that when I was coaching a few years ago, he had the drive, he had the motivation, he had the work ethic, and he wasn't satisfied with just getting to the top of where he was in high school. He wasn't satisfied with going forward and going into college and completing a degree. He set his sights a lot higher than that. And this young individual, who's not young anymore, is a very, very special young man. And he was just named a week and a half ago as the head football coach at Arizona State University. I had the privilege to not only coach him, but coach with him. 9 years ago when I was a head football coach, he was my offensive coordinator. And now he's the head football coach at Arizona State. So I'd like to welcome Kenny Dillingham.
Well, y'all are honored to be here. I mean, what Coach Huffine didn't mention was I was never good enough to be sitting where y'all are sitting right now. I never won any awards when I played, contrary to elite coaching from Coach Huffine. And what people don't know is Coach Huffine really gave me my first chance to be an offensive coordinator at any level. I was 21, going on 22 years old, and he really gave me that opportunity. So pretty blessed that he would hand over the reins when he became a head coach to somebody, at that age, and it really helped me in my career. But it's not about me, this is about you guys. This is about a group of people that have worked their entire, young lives for this moment, and it's pretty special. Like I said, there's people that have worked a long time that don't have the athletic ability, don't have the drive, don't have the passion that this group of people have to be sitting here today. Right? Sit back and enjoy it because it really is unique. And like Coach Huffine mentioned about being successful, for me, right, I think everything for us, we talk about life. We talk about how to be successful in life. And for me, that's focusing on the little things. That's waking up every day with an intensity about yourself, right, with a little passion, right, to be successful. That's focusing on your family. And family's not just blood, family's people that you care about, family's people you love. That's having an education, and not just an education in the classroom, but an education of life, which is a little bit different than just getting a degree. It's more than that, right? And we want to be lifers. We want to be able to respond to adversity. We want to be able to have success in life. And really, to me, that's just being the very best you can be at whatever you're going to do. If you walk into the door and you're holding the door for people, how long are you going to hold that door until nobody else walks through it? That's success. It's just being the very best at whatever you're doing, and that's how you can be successful in life. And I sit here today, and I was at an event, and Coach Huffine said, "Do you want to come do this?" And I said, "Yes." It doesn't matter what the transfer portal opened today. It doesn't matter, right? It's about the future. It's about the future of the Phoenix area. And I was a player here. I was a student athlete. I'm born and raised here. And you guys are the future of not just athletes of the Valley. You guys are the future of this state. And pinch yourself. I mean, you're here for a reason. It's pretty special. And enjoy the night. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Coach. Words for our young student athletes. We've got a program here, and if you look at the back, there's a website for Tempe All City. If you look that up, Tempe All City Sports on your cell phone, you'll be able to look at every athlete that's won an award like you're going to win tonight. We've been doing this for 40 years, about 50 awards every banquet, 150 a year. That's more than 6,000 awards. And if you look in there, in the website, you'll be able to go year to year which athlete won what. And if you go to year 1994, you'll see in cross country, there was an award winner, Nathan Nutter. And every year, our association picks a member to be a member of our Hall of Fame. And it's someone who excelled, of course, like you have. All City, you're the best of your position in 6 high schools. And we started this 40 years ago to give our student athletes something to show to their colleges when they're trying to get scholarships. I'm Tempe All City in Tempe, and that means something. And just like Coach Dillingham said. So if you look that up, you see Nathan Nutter. And we're going to have one of his coaches, Sabrina Robinson, is going to introduce him. And we're going to give him that award tonight to be a member of the Tempe All City Hall of Fame. It's a great honor. He was an Excellence Award winner. Now, some of you don't know what the Excellence Award is, but at the end of the year, we pick a boy student athlete and a girl student athlete to be the Excellence Award winner for that year based on athletics, scholarship, and community service. So ask your athletic directors how to get an application form, and then you can become an Excellence Award winner, possibly. It's a great honor. A lot of really great people have been, great student athletes have been Excellence Award winners from this program. Sabrina, you want to come up and introduce Nathan?
Hi everyone, my name's Sabrina Robinson. I coached at Corona del Sol from 90 to 1993, and I want to say congratulations to all of you. I've been to a lot of these banquets, not for myself necessarily, but for the runners that I coached, and it's always a thrill to be here, and I want to say congratulations to you for working hard. It's not easy to be All City, so appreciate all of you. Nathan and I go way back, like I said, 1990. I was a young coach. I started coaching at McClintock High School with Ron Hauser, and some of you here may know him. And then I went to Corona del Sol and took a bunch of young kids that I just adored, and we worked hard, and we had fun. And I can tell you lots of stories about all the shenanigans that went on. But, you know, we really worked hard, and I enjoyed these kids, and we're now really good friends. And I'm friends with the family. Nathan's parents are here. His teammate Ari is here. His brother's here. And so the first year we qualified for state, barely. And Nathan didn't get quite the result that he wanted. He told me many years later. So he spent the summer running. And if you are a cross-country runner here tonight, will they be here, the cross-country? Okay, yeah, I'm forgetting which season I'm in. Then you'll know that in the summer it's critical, and it's hard in Arizona because you have to get up early and run, or you have to stay up pretty late and run. But he ran, and he ran, and he ran, and that next year we were state runner-ups, and then the next year after that we were state champions. Nathan, if you look at his credentials, he's done a lot, including All City, and then after he graduated, it was state champion himself individually, his last year in high school. he went on to Stanford University, where he and his team won the national championship twice, and he was an individual national champion in the 10K on the track. So not only hard work, he's really smart, and he's fun. And I can tell you a lot of stories, but we used to get the van from the district office and go to South Mountain and train. I was pregnant at the time, actually, one year, and I could hear the guys in the back trying to decide what would be the name of my firstborn child. And some pretty funny names come up that I would veto pretty quickly. But we had a lot of fun and we worked really hard. And I'm pleased and I'm proud to call him my friend. And I'm proud that he has excelled and he gets this honor tonight. So I want to introduce you to Nathan. Come on up.
All right. Thank you, Sabrina. I'm really excited to be here tonight. Thank you for having me, and congratulations to all of you, all city winners here, for all your sports. It definitely is an honor. I remember being in your shoes and feeling like, you're in high school. I would assume most of you are juniors or seniors, that you have a lot of decisions ahead of you. I certainly did. I remember being in that place, and there's so much uncertainty with the years ahead, especially heading to college, where you're going to go, what you're going to major in, and just what you're going to do in life. And I would just encourage each one of you to take every day as just it's a special time to be with friends, to be with family. You guys are obviously excellent at the sport that you do. Continue to hone those skills, because the more you do that, the better you'll be prepared for life with discipline, determination, making sure that you take care of your body, your mind, your soul. I actually live here in Arizona now. I was out at Stanford and then in the Bay Area for 10 years and moved back here because I love Arizona. I'm actually involved in Tempe now. I do some work with the city with their water system. So if it doesn't taste good, that's not my fault. But just helping the city and other municipalities with reliable water supplies, which a lot of you guys know, it's been in the news a lot lately. But I encourage all of you, as you're doing your athletic endeavors, make sure that you're taking care of your academics as well. That is, for 99.9% of you, is what's going to get you through life as you start, your job and your career. And at one point, you're going to be giving back to somebody else, like I am with Tempe here. So anyway, again, thank you. Hope you guys have a fun time tonight with the awards, and I know that this will be a memorable time for you all. Thank you.
Congratulations, Nathan. All right, here's how it works. The person that's distributing the plaques has determined the order. And we're going to do it in a very organized way. And then after you receive your award, go back and sit down where you were so that we can be polite to our fellow recipients and have not a lot of commotion and let everybody get their awards while we're watching. Now, we're going to start with badminton. Are both the badminton coaches here? Corona and Desert Vista? We're not sure. You can distribute it. We're going to start with badminton and then follow with cross country. So it's singles badminton would be Corona Sol. That's Mr. Klecka. No, not Mr. Klecka. Who's going to distribute that? That would be Brian Fleming. Brian's here. Athlete's not here, okay. Then we're gonna have the doubles. That's Desert Vista with David Klecka. All right, and then when you come up, stand up in front so we can see who you are, and then your coach will introduce you. Go for it.
All right, I'm ready. Can I have Caitlin Larney and Anna Maria Sanchez come on up? As they're walking up here, I wanted to take a second to thank the media that's here tonight. I think Kevin McCabe's out there, Zach Elvira, Just Chili. Give them a round of applause. I don't think a lot of parents know who these people are, but your kids sure do. And it's pretty cool that they're here tonight. So with that said, this isn't working. Okay. Caitlin Larney, Anna Maria Sanchez, doubles champions for the city of Tempe. Badminton, it's life-size ping pong, okay? It's a tight window, and the hardest part of the game is doubles. The key is you gotta communicate. You gotta think for your partner, and she's thinking for you. These two girls made it look easy. They didn't run into each other, they didn't hit rackets. They were able to communicate quickly with just a quick amount of time to make a decision. And it was fun to watch them this year, and we're really proud of them. So give them a round of applause. And who here wants Just Chili to tweet out a badminton photo right now? All right, thank you.
Way to go. David Klecka, pinch hitting for the badminton coach. I love it. Next. Is it on? It's on. I'm speaking lowly. All right, next is cross country, Desert Vista. Come on up.
Hi, good evening. My name is Coach Shearer, and I have the honor of introducing Brooklyn Hananea this evening. Brooklyn is a junior and an outstanding all-around great individual, multi-talented, one of the most coachable young athletes I've ever been around. And this year, she progressively got better throughout the season and capped off an amazing season, placing 5th at the state meet, and just had an incredible season. So extremely honored to be able to be here and introducing Brooklyn Hananea.
My name is Chris Hansen, and I want to thank the Tempe All-City Association for doing this for our kids. We're lucky to be in the Tempe School District and to have such awards and accolades that we can talk about our kids, our great kids. And I'm here to talk about Ty Anderson this evening. Ty is a senior, and he's currently around a 4:30, 4:40 miler, around a 9:30, 9:40 2-miler. He went 16, low 16s for the 5K. I'm talking Mr. Nutter's language right now. A lot of you are going, what's that matter? But let me just tell you, it's fast. And Ty was, the reason he's, the two Desert Vista athletes have been recognized here is because these two ran the fastest time at the Arizona State course back in early November. And Ty's got one last season with Desert Vista, and we did a time trial just after the state cross country meet, and he just went out in a time trial and ran a 4:25. So we have big expectations for Ty coming up in the spring with track, and we're excited to see where he goes. After the school year, he's going to go on his 2-year mission, and then he'll be running at Southern Utah University. So, Ty Anderson.
Congratulations. Now we're going to go straight through the program. So we'll go to boys and girls golf. That's Corona del Sol and Desert Vista.
Not going to work. I'm Stephanie McGinnis. I am the girls golf coach at Desert Vista, and I have the privilege of being up here on the stage for the second consecutive year honoring sophomore Madeline Wynn. Madeline competed in 7 matches this season, placing top 5 in one, tying for first in another, and then outright winning the final 5. When it came to tournament play, she had a top 20 finish, 2 top 10 finishes, a second place finish, and then she broke her own record that she set last year for a low 18-hole total, a 1 under 71 by shooting a 4 under 68. Is that right? Beating her competition by 6 strokes at the Prescott Invitational. She then moved on to the state tournament where she placed 12th. As the highest ranked sophomore other than the state runner-up. So she has come a very long way and has many more records of her own to break next year. So look for us back here next season as well. But congratulations, Madeline Wynn.
I'm here to introduce, Tyler Waya from Corona del Sol. He was our most consistent golfer all year for my boys' team. He was the second leading scorer average-wise in our 18-hole tournaments and also in our 9-hole matches throughout the year. He saved his best for last at the state tournament down in Tucson, where he shot 2 over par for 2 days and finished 13th overall individually and allowed our team to finish 4th overall at the Division I state tournament. He's only a sophomore, so I'm excited to have him for another 2 years, Mr. Tyler Waya.
Congratulations. Way to go, golfers. All right, now it's going to require some organization skills because now we have a lot of awards to give out at one time. Boys and girls swimming. Desert Vista, Corona del Sol, McClintock. Coaches, come on up and bring your athletes, and we'll get organized up front. And while they're coming up, I'll introduce some people that make this place run. We need our athletic directors from each high school, and we got 5 of them here. Shelly Arredondo, raise your hand. Lenica Ruiz, raise your hand. Aaron Frana, Brian Fleming. I think I got them all. All right, who's going to go first?
All right, good evening. I'm Ron Musgrave here to talk about Colin Campbell and Reed Lucero. Colin's here right in the center. He's a senior. He was one of our captains, and he's representing the 200 IM and the 500 freestyle events. He won both of those events at the All-City meet. So in swim, that's the only way you can make it here. You don't get voted. You have to win your event. So Colin was the All-City champ in those two events. And then he broke a school record, and he earned an automatic All-American time in the 2IM. He broke the school record he helped break the record in the 200 medley relay and the 400 medley relay. He's weighing his college options because he will be swimming next year at school. So he is weighing those options currently, and he actually changed his plans. He's going to a big meet tomorrow or later this week in Texas to continue to demonstrate his excellence. Colin Campbell. Unfortunately, our other co-MVP this year, Reed Lucero, is already at that meet. He's unable to attend tonight, and he was the 100 breaststroke winner. Unfortunately, he's not here because he made a great feat. He was the third fastest breaststroker in Arizona history this year. And the other amazing thing about Reed was that he was involved in an accident after his freshman year. And we weren't sure if he was going to be able to continue swimming. And the amazing thing was how he made a comeback after that. And just every year he got faster and faster. And he's also weighing his college options next year as well. So there's our two boys.
Hi, I'm Stacy Gibson. I am the head swim coach of DV Swim and Dive. I have a list of students here tonight, all very extremely talented swimmers that I was very fortunate to work with. This is my first year as the head coach. So I'm going to start off with Ryan Davenport. Ryan Davenport is recognized tonight for his performance in the 100 backstroke of a time of 52:04 at the All-City meet. He finished his season with a 52:51, placing 6th in the state. He was also part of our 200 medley relay at state that broke the state record. So we now currently hold the 200 medley record with a time of 1:31:75. And I also believe it's first in the country right now. So that's pretty amazing. What else? Ryan, whatever I ask him to do, Ryan is going to step up and do his best for whatever the team needs. My next student that I have is Ava Elliott. Ava is one of our seniors, so she will be leaving us this year. I do believe she is going on to swim in college. She's not decided yet, but she is recognized here tonight for her performance in her 200 IM with a time of 2:09:43, the 100 fly with a time of 57:96. She ended her season with a time of 2:11:14, placing 5th in the state, and then also she swam the 500-yard freestyle at state with a time of 5:07:33. She strives for excellence in everything that she does. Ellie Kaiser. Ellie Kaiser is our Rookie of the Year. She is a freshman. The first time I saw Ellie swim, I could not believe what I was seeing. She literally just kind of flew across the pool. This young lady is recognized tonight for her 50 freestyle time of 24:54, which is not her fastest time. She has gone under 24 with a 23 in a relay. She has a 100-yard freestyle time of 53:97. She was also a staple in our 400 freestyle relay this year, along with our 200 freestyle relay. She ended up 2nd at state in the 500 freestyle with a time of 4:58:12. At the beginning of the year, she told me her goal by her senior year was to break the state record. Don't ask me what that time is. She can tell you, but I'm pretty sure she's on her way there next year. Following that, I have Aaron Martin. Aaron Martin is recognized for his performance in the 100-yard freestyle with a time of 51:53. This kid came back. Last year he swam breaststroke for us. This year he came back and decided to be an extremely fast freestyler and butterflyer, which was a huge staple for every single event that we had in our state meet. He ended the season with a 52.51 in the 100, oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading Ryan's again. Sorry about that, there's several students on here. He swam our medley relay, we had him swim the fly relay, we had him at 23.44. In the 400 style freestyle relay, he ended with a 47.58, bringing our team up to a third place finish at state this year. He finished the season with a 200 freestyle of 142, finishing 9th in the state. And then I have Courtney Crawford. Courtney is recognized for her performance in the 100 breaststroke for a time of 109.86. Courtney has been dedicated to the DV swim team for the last 3 years. She ended her season with a time of 109.78 in the 100-yard breaststroke, finishing 9th in the state. Caleb Stanley, I don't believe Caleb Stanley is up here right now. However, he is also recognized for his performance in the 50-yard freestyle at the city meet for the time of 21.05, but he came back at state with a 20.91, which isn't even as fast as last year. I believe he went 19 points. He is going to continue his swimming career at Arizona State University and studying in the School of Engineering. I have 2 more swimmers that are not here tonight. Jason Sugihara, he is also a freshman. He swam the 100 freestyle in 46.00, which is, if you know swimming, it's extremely fast as a freshman. 200 freestyle, he was a 140.70, and then he was also our Rookie of the Year. And then the other swimmer is not here tonight is Claire Lucan. She was also our MVP. She's recognized for her performance in the 200-yard freestyle with a time of 151.81 and her 500-yard freestyle of 5:03.57. She was also the Athlete of the Week for the Arizona Republic. And that is all I have for you tonight. Thank you.
Vera Brewer, our team captain for the diving team. For 3 years, I've been humbled and excited and honored to have coached and gotten to know Vera and her family. It is with great sadness that I announce she will be no longer diving with us, as she is graduating soon and will be joining the ASU diving team next year. A formidable competitor, an athlete with many first-place finishes, as well as a leader to her peers, I gladly present this well-deserved award to Vera Brewer.
All right, Daytona, I didn't forget about you. I thought we were doing boys and girls, so that's my mistake. Daytona Duggan, she's the 100 backstroke all-city champion. She's going to be a chemical engineer, so very high GPA, and she's also a swim instructor locally. So not only killing it in the school, but also helping the young kids work on their strokes as well. Daytona, congratulations.
Hi, I'm Coach Grayson from McClintock High School. Will, can you come on over? Sorry about that. Yeah, just stand over here. Will's a senior. I've been honored to coach him for the last 3 years of his high school career. He's an amazing athlete, and he's been an inspiration to all of the divers at McClintock for these past 4 years. Will has achieved so much. He's a freshman. He won the Tom Timponi Diving Rookie of the Year, and after that, he was the most valuable diver of the year every year at McClintock High School. He was a member of the McClintock State Dive Team all 4 years, varsity letter winner all 4 years. This year, Will was undefeated in dual meets and invitationals, and most notably, in 2021, his junior year, and 2022, his senior year, Will was the Division II state champion in 1 meter diving. That's quite an accomplishment, 2 years in a row. We're really proud of Will. He's going on to college next year to compete for University of Nebraska, Omaha on a diving scholarship. Congratulations, Will. Yes, she's bringing it up.
Next, we have girls volleyball. Corona del Sol, McClintock, and Desert Vista. While they're coming up, I've got a couple of introductions I need to make. One is, I forgot to include David Klecka in the athletic directors, which is kind of odd, because I've known him since he was 10, and I'm his dentist. How could I miss that? Also, we have Stacy White, who's the principal at Desert Vista. And Brent Brown, of course. He's the principal here, making sure the lights are turned on. Dr. Kevin Mandeville basically runs the whole show. He's superintendent of the district, a very critical job, and a big-time supporter of athletics, which we appreciate. Also, of course, David Huffine, who takes care of athletics for the whole district. And it was nice to bring Coach Dillingham in. That was a very, very good coup for you. Also, we have board members, Andre Barraza and Bernadette Hodge, Bernadette Hodge are here. Thank you very much for coming. We always like to have support from the community. Now we have girls volleyball and a state championship to hand out.
Hello, I am Audra Slummer. I'm the coach at Desert Vista High School, and I am here to present All City to Gabby LeBlanc. Gabby served as a team captain this season where she provided great leadership for her team and grew as a player on and off the court. She does not know this, but I tallied up her stats today. During her career at Desert Vista, she has racked up over 1,100 career assists. Gabby was named the first team All-Central Region setter this year, was also voted MVP by her teammates, and was a member of the All-Nike team selection for the Silver Division. As a student, she has a 4.74 GPA. Her goal is to continue playing at the next level and plans to study cognitive science or chemistry. Gabby is a special individual. She is by far the best setter I've ever had the privilege of coaching. One of the best setters in the state of Arizona. And I love sharing this comment because it's very rare, but every single match we played this season, the officials, people from the stands came up and always complimented Gabby on her skills on the court, her leadership, her level of play. She is a very dynamic player, all-around player, and without her this season, we wouldn't have been as successful as we were. So congratulations, Gabby.
Hi, good evening. I'm Ben Maxfield. I'm the head coach at Corona del Sol Volleyball. And I would like to echo Audra that Gabby, love watching her set. I'm glad we don't have to play you anymore because you are very good player. First of all, I'd like to thank the Tempe All City for always honoring and recognizing these fine athletes. Also, thank you to Brian Fleming, our amazing, awesome AD. We can't let you know how much we appreciate your support, your excitement that you had, and the attention you gave to the girls' volleyball program. These 5 young women here helped out our team to win the Central Region Championship for the 6th time out of the last 7 years. And most importantly, they won the 6A State Championship. They worked hard as a team, and what you'll notice as I talk about them is they represent all 4 grade levels here. So we have lots of players coming back. So we're gonna go by age here. So we'll start off with our freshman, Erin Clark. Erin is here tonight with her parents, Ryan and Jill. She played libero for us this year. Last year we graduated the 6A Defensive Player of the Year, so we knew we had a big hole for a position. And in walks Erin into our gym, and we immediately saw that she had a high volleyball IQ and played great defense. Problem was, she was actually a setter, had pretty much trained as that her whole life, so we're like, hey, why don't you come play libero? So she spent half of her practice setting the freshman team, and then she'd come over and she'd play libero for the varsity team. For non-volleyball players, that's like asking the quarterback to practice half a practice there, and then going and playing linebacker for like the other half. So completely different positions. So long story short, she was phenomenal. She made the switch. By the end of the year, she totally owned the position. She plays with poise and confidence. And we look forward to another 3 years with Erin, whether it's setting or libero. We'll find out what happens. Congratulations, Erin. And then we have Alyssa Aguayo. She's here tonight with her mom, Angelica. Alyssa is a sophomore. She has started for us since her freshman year at the outside hitter position, which is the do-everything position. You have to do it all: hit, pass, block, defend, all of that. Like Erin, Alyssa always plays very poised, does not get rattled, and shows a maturity way beyond her years. She's very coachable and is well liked by everyone. Alyssa was voted to the All Central Region First Team and the All 6A Conference First Team for her work on the court. She also gets it done in the classroom, maintaining a 3.8 GPA, and we are very excited for Alyssa to come back for 2 more years and also be able to see where she lands collegiately in the future. Congratulations, Alyssa. Julia Owens is here tonight with her parents, Bill and Rebecca, and your brother's not here, is he? No, okay, he's not here, never mind, no mention, okay. Julia is a junior, and this is Julia's 3rd year as our starting setter. Her improvement from year to year has been a huge part of our success these past couple of seasons. She runs a very varied offense that keeps other teams guessing as to where she's going to put the ball. She is a fierce competitor that loves to win, and she's very positive with her teammates on the court. Julia does not get flustered and is not afraid of getting the ball at key moments. Julia was 2nd this year in total number of assists this season in the 6A conference, over 1,000 assists, and she was only slightly behind the setter that we beat in the state finals. So Julia's fine with that because she got the ring, so she's good. Julia is also a great student with a 4.17 GPA, and I'm very glad that I get you for 1 more year. Congratulations, Julia. And now we have our seniors. Kirsten Barton. Kirsten is here tonight with her mom, Alicia, and her aunt couldn't make it, but I still want to recognize her, Aunt Tony. She's awesome. Kirsten is a senior, and this is her 2nd All-City recognition, and 3rd if you actually count beach volleyball, which I do. So like Alyssa, Kirsten is an outside hitter that has to do it all. She is a powerful hitter that can take over a game at any time. In the last set of the state championship match, we were in the 5th set, and she had 6 kills in the final set to help us to victory. For those of you who don't know, that's an insanely high number of kills when you only played at 15 points in the last set. So she almost earned half of our points. Kirsten racked up many awards this season, including MVP of the Westwood Tournament, All-Nike Tournament Team, 6A Central Region Player of the Year, and 6A Conference First Team. Kirsten's hard work has paid off as she will head out to compete at the University of Washington in the Pac-12 next year in both indoor and beach volleyball. She is planning on studying architecture. We will very much miss Kirsten next season. Congratulations. Last but not least is our senior, Ella Lomagora. And she's here tonight with her parents Mirella and Sinan, and her grandmother, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Yukta? You're too far away from me, I can't hear it. Okay. But we're glad to have you here, Grandma. Okay, Ella is a senior, and this is her, you know what, I needed to go to the website. Is it your 4th or 5th all-city recognition? 5th all-city recognition, including beach volleyball. I will say this, the opposing players in the state of Arizona will be more than happy to not see Ella across the net anymore next season. She is an imposing presence, both offensively and defensively. She is one of the best blockers I have ever seen at the high school level, and the stats back it up as she is in the top 3 all-time for blocks in the state of Arizona for her career. Ella is also a tremendous leader. She is selfless, friendly to all, responsible, and puts in a lot of time and effort outside of practice to get stronger and better. Ella, like Kirsten, has earned many awards this season, including All-Tournament Team at the Millennium Tournament, Central Region Offensive Player of the Year, and 6A Conference Offensive Player of the Year. I just said Aya, I speak Spanish, sorry. Ella will be playing next year at Long Beach State University, where the current plan is to study business administration with an emphasis in finance. Congratulations on a stellar career, Ella.
I'm Brian Fleming, I'm the athletic director at Corona del Sol, and one of the really nice things about being at this occasion was always to see the head coaches handed their state championship plaque. I've been in this district 28 years, and it's been a staple in Tempe Union to see the plaques that are handed out to the coaches over the years who receive state championships. That would be remiss, and it's very important that we understand Ben Maxfield has just done a fantastic job at Corona del Sol. This is his 2nd state title. Going into the state tournament, they had only lost 2 sets total. Going into the state tournament, not including tournaments that they played in. It was an amazing season, amazing accomplishments of all the ladies that are here and the ladies that are not here. It is truly one of the most fantastic groups of girls or kids that I've seen together to win a state title. Ben Maxfield, Corona del Sol State Championship coach for the Division I girls volleyball. Congratulations.
Congratulations, girls. I think we ought to give all the parents an ovation. Behind every one of our successful student athletes is a family supporting them. We know how hard it is for them to do it. And one thing that's remarkable to me is I've been doing this for 40 years practically. And it's rare to have freshmen and sophomore win all-city awards. It's just too hard to do. And tonight we have 2 freshmen and 6 sophomores winning all-city awards. That's impressive. That means that we're really starting to develop athletes earlier in their life, and they come to our high schools and they're ready to really be competitive. Congratulations to that. Last but not least, of course, is football. So if the football coaches will come up, we'll do both offense and defense. And I think every high school has one recipient. So come on up, guys, and we'll get that started. While they're coming up, I've forgotten a few people here, or at least one person. No, I guess I missed a few people. Also, Assistant Superintendent Mr. McDonald is here. Ready?
Let's do it. Come on up, let's do it. All right, wasn't sure if this mic was going to be too tall, but I think I got it. My name's Jake Barrow. I'm the football coach at Corona del Sol. This group of football players, I'm grateful and honored to have been their coach. Really, a lot of really good, fine young men, and really appreciate the ovation to the parents, because it does take a village, and we have some truly great families that I've gotten the pleasure to serve and work with when it comes to providing these student athletes with the best football experience that they can get. So I'm very fortunate to be up here and to serve as their football coach. Stats and stuff are all great. You can look them up online, everybody can see them, so I want to get more to kind of what makes these young men such important people to us and what makes them great young men and young football players. The very first one I have is defensive tackle Trey Fanene. The game of football is won up front. Everybody that's coached the game, watched the game knows that. Trey's our motor up front. He is a true team leader. He was one of the #1 vote getters when our seniors and our underclassmen voted for team captain over the summer. Trey comes to us from Cesar Chavez High School and has been at Corona 2 years, where he made an instant impact on the team and on the people around him. To be captain and to be voted that right away as a transfer student is pretty rare. So I'm very fortunate to coach Trey. He was hurt one game this year, and we really missed him up front. He did a tremendous job for us, so very lucky to be able to coach him, and unfortunate I only got to coach him 1 year. Congratulations, Trey. Next up, we have our kicker, Karsten Kiefer. Now, Karsten is, more than just a kicker. He's a true team leader. He's someone who the underclassmen look up to. He's someone that is always at practice willing to help out in any way. If we need someone to jump in on scout team and help offense, defense, he'll jump in and do whatever. He's truly an all-around just great teammate. Very good person to be around. Cares about the team. Doesn't care about his numbers, but this one jumps out to me and everyone else, I think, that sees it, is he has made 127 consecutive extra points. So that basically, that basically just boils down to he's never missed one. He's a tremendous kicker, but even above that, a really great young man. He has an offer to Arizona State. I know he's weighing some other some other opportunities right now, and I'm excited to see what he goes on and does. Next, we have defensive end Matthew Orthman. Matthew is another one where the game of football is won and lost up front. And Matthew's another just tremendous teammate when it comes to that, because not only did he play on the defensive line, which is where he's winning the award here and being recognized tonight, but he also played on the offensive line when we needed him. He was willing to do whatever it took. Truly a team-first guy, someone that only cares about the team, wants to win on Friday night as bad as anybody, and is willing to step in and do whatever it takes. And I know that's said and it's thrown around as coach speak, do whatever it takes, find a way to get it done. But Matthew truly embodies that. He's a really good young man and deserves every award he's gotten. He's up to 6 or 7 scholarship offers now. I'm again excited to see what he goes on and does. I know whatever it is, he'll be successful. Matthew Orthman. This next young man is only a sophomore, and again, being a sophomore, Raiden Vinesbright made an immediate impact on the varsity team here at Corona. He's another guy that doesn't say much. He's very unassuming, quiet kid, but his impact is known from the minute he steps on the field. He's a very athletic, talented player, but I think what makes him truly the player he is
are the intangibles, the toughness, the competitiveness, the will to win, the drive to get better every day. He has a broken wrist right now that you can see. We were bummed to lose him for the last 3 games, but he hasn't missed a single day in the weight room. He's been working as hard as he can, even with the injury, to help the team and to improve. So very, very fortunate to coach him. I think in the last 4 or 5 days, he's been offered by Arizona State, University of Arizona, Colorado State, and many others coming by to see him. I know some more called today, so we're excited to see where he goes in the next 3 years, because we get him for for another 2. But this is Raiden Vinesbright, and he absolutely has earned all of those college offers he has. Congratulations, Raiden. All right. The next one is a familiar name when it comes to Corona del Sol sports and Tempe Union sports. He's had, how many brothers, Keona, have you had come through here? He's had 3 brothers come through here. All have been tremendous athletes, but he's left his own mark in a special way here. Another true senior leader that has battled about as much adversity as any player I have ever coached. I believe, was it your sophomore year, Keona? Sophomore year that he had an injury, went into the hospital to have that injury treated, and actually had an allergic reaction to the anesthesia. And things got quite a bit more serious. He was on a feeding tube for a while, and I mean, for him to be here and be honored is just an incredible accomplishment, and it truly shows his will to battle back and face down adversity. And those are the traits that are going to help him be successful in anything he does, far greater than any football skill, any skill I could teach. So this young man has not only battled down that adversity, but he's also battled down his opponents on the football field to be honored as our offensive line award winner for Tempe All-City, Keona Pete. Congratulations, Keona. All right, the next one is our junior quarterback, Connor Ackerley. Connor is, he was finished second in 6A in passing yards. He set the school record this year in passing touchdowns in a single game with 6. He's another kid that, quiet, unassuming leader, all right? And I think what makes him a leader isn't that he's going to correct you and tell you what you need to do better. It's that he's going to be there for you when you struggle and there for you when you fail. And that's what his teammates really look to him for, being able to observe him over the last year. You always want your quarterback to be a leader. You always want them to be that person. But Connor does it as well as any quarterback I've had the ability and the opportunity, I should say, to coach. His teammates can look to him in times of, when things get tough and when they struggle, and he's always there to back them up. So very, very proud of Connor Ackerley, our quarterback. And that is all of Corona del Sol's All-City team for 2022. Congratulations, guys.
Hi, I'm Mike Fell. I'm head football coach at McClintock High School. First thing I want to do is tell all you young men and women to really remember this a little bit. The all-city thing might be a big deal to you, it might not be, but it's something that when you get old like us, and then you look at your wall or something when you're walking out and you see you were all-city, and then for 40 years all the different people that got it. It's something you're really going to remember. I need Jeremiah to come over here and help me real quick. Our volleyball team this year had the best year they've had in hundreds of years, and they won our region. They were outstanding, and our girl was on here, and she did not get mentioned, and I need Jeremiah to pronounce her name for us.
Jade Keali'i Nahomoku Laikona.
Jade, congratulations. I'll start right here with Jeremiah. This young man, you know, at the beginning of the year, we tried to decide what position he was going to play. And so what I decided to do is let him play them all. So he started the year at our guard, and we had someone injured. He moved to center, and then we had a couple other people injured. He was our linebacker all year. He played defensive end. And at the end of the year, we ended up putting him at running back with number 59 across his chest. He's a 300-pound bench presser and a 500-pound squat, and he's 245 pounds. So an example of what he did for us, we played the best team in our region, Central, and we started the third quarter, and I gave him the ball 21 straight times, and he went 80 yards and scored a touchdown. Took 10 minutes and 30 seconds off the clock. That was very cool. 3-point grade average. Going to be a great coach one day. I know he'll play some college football. Very proud of him. Jeremiah Latu. It says linebacker on there. This next young man might be the biggest one in here today. I know he's 6'6", 285. That was during football season. I don't know what he's doing now. Might be a little heavier now. Great offensive lineman, offensive tackle. He did everything for us on the offensive line. Good feet. You know, you see it a couple times. He's running downfield beside Jeremiah, trying to find one of those little guys to block after he smashed the big guy on the line. But he did an outstanding job for us. And I know he wants me to say he could have been the all-city long snapper also, but I didn't put him up for it. He did a great job for us long snapping. Jacob McCorkle. Nice out.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Sean Freeman. I'm the head coach at the Tempe High School. Just gotta say, as a newcomer to Tempe Union, this is amazing. I came from a lot of different districts, Mesa, Tolleson, and we never did anything like this. So the fact that we put this on for our young men and women is amazing. Shout out to you guys one more time. So give yourselves a round of applause one more time. This guy right here is Mr. Elijah Johnson. I can sit up here and talk about stats. I can talk about the amazing things he did this year for our team, putting the team on his back, doing everything he had to do to make sure that we were competitive in games. But I'm going to talk about this young man's character and the person he is. A lot of our times in a society now where our kids don't like to compete or they want to run to the next team to play on, this young man stayed around, became a leader in the locker room, leader in the classroom, 3-sport athlete, 4.0 GPA. Wonderful young man of 2 amazing parents, Ed and Janelle Johnson. A guy that said, Coach, I got you. When we were in games, we were fighting hard in certain games. He comes to us and said, Coach, I'll play defense. I'll play special teams. Where do you need me at? What can I do for you? What can I do for my brothers? That alone, for me, is enough to show me that we have a special young man at Tempe High that's leading us in this Tempe revival that we're putting on. So, with that being said, it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Elijah Johnson. Oh, excuse me, sorry. And the reigning 3A Offensive Player of the Year, Mr. Elijah Johnson. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Good evening. If you guys want to head on up. My name's Eric Lauer. I'm the head football coach at Mountain Point High School. I too don't really want to get into to stats. At this time of the year, you get to reflect. And coaches know we don't get to do that for weeks upon weeks. But now we get to do that. And it's been an honor to be called head coach and definitely coaching at this school. Caleb Jones, sophomore, has multiple offers, Oregon, ASU. So he's already run the lottery, so to speak, right? But he doesn't get to endorse the ticket for another 2.5 years. So when I think about him and think about his mom, Kendra, like, we got a lot of work to do to support this guy in reference to him maybe wanting to spend the money that he hasn't earned yet and getting sideways in reference to maybe not wanting to do the work. But he has a great work ethic. He actually runs track, runs sprints. He wants to have a six-pack at 290 pounds. So he's somewhat of a unicorn in that regard. One of the nastiest linemen I've ever been around in 30 years. He's just real physical on the field, and we can't wait to see what happens. We have a few years, like I said, for him to endorse that ticket, but we're going to give him great support, anything that he needs to make sure that he gets that thing done. Come on up. Next is Kenneth Hinkle. When I think of Kenneth, he was a leader in sacks on the defensive line this year for the 6A. But when I think about it, he had to put his work in. This is basically his senior year and his only year that he really got to contribute like he wanted to for our football program. And what that showed me is you got to remember that you don't get to skip steps. You can try, but you don't get to skip steps. And sometimes you have to wait your turn. And Kenny definitely waited his turn, did a great job for us. He also has opportunities to continue to go play college football, and we want to thank him for his efforts this year. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Isaac Patterson, a leader, disciplined, and mature. And he showed me that you need to come to work every day, even when you don't want to come to work. Show up. You might not know what's going to happen, but show up. He was a player that we were always able to go to when we needed these guys to refocus. Isaac, you need to say something. You need to do something well, respected by his peers and the rest of the team. We thank him. 80 tackles, 2 interceptions. Definitely was a leader on the defensive side. Over 3.0 GPA. He also runs track, one of the fastest big men in the state, and we'll be looking to see what happens there as well. Isaac Patterson, thank you, sir. Jalen Rushing, our running back. I remember last spring he came, Coach, I'm thinking about transferring, right? I'm thinking about going in the portal. I'm thinking about leaving. Things aren't working. It's not happening like I thought it was supposed to work out. He was a 700-yard rusher, but just his mind, those things happen. And that reminded me of hardship, Mom and Dad. Every hardship isn't meant for you to get out of, right? It possibly could be there for you to grow through. So he reminded me of that, of sometimes you're meant to stay. This year he had to share the ball with 2 other guys, and he rushed for over 1,100 yards. And both of those guys rushed for 1,000 yards, all purpose. So sometimes it looks a little funny. It's a little weird. It doesn't feel good, but you can grow through that experience. Jalen Rushing, come on up. Lastly, Kahoa Leha, he's not here this evening. We had exit interviews last week. I want to know right away how the year went, what I did wrong, what I could do better from the players. I don't like to assume those kind of things. And we asked the seniors, our last game, we didn't play well at all. We got whooped. And Kaho said to me, Coach, I had some real life things going on, and you don't really want to hear that. Everybody has real life things going on. Well, his sister was in the hospital, and she passed away last Thursday. So he helped me to remember that everything isn't always everything. And, you know, we try to stay engaged as best as we can as coaches, but real life things happen. And I just want to honor him by bringing him up today and asking you guys to think of his family. Kaho'leha. Thank you. Thank you.
What a group of athletes. One more round of applause for the athletes, student athletes. One more.
Definitely some tough acts to follow, and they told me to be fast, and those guys had a whole speech prepared, but we'll get through it anyway. First of all, I do want to say extremely happy that Jalen Rushing's graduating. We've absolutely had enough of that guy, and best wishes at the next level. For our guys at Desert Vista, the first guy up won everything on the track. When I first got there, I hadn't met him yet. He was still dominating in track and field. We start spring ball without him, and when he finally is done winning everything that's to be won in track and field, he shows up and says he wants to play wide receiver. I look at the wide receiver line, and it's like 42 guys. Everybody thinks they're a wide receiver in high school. I'm like, hey, do you believe you can crack the top 6 in that lineup? Otherwise, we can find somewhere else for you to play. And he just gave me a subtle smile, didn't say a whole lot, and said I can crack the top 6. And he literally ran away from the competition every Friday night. 20 yards a catch is insane. It's going to be tough to beat in any place. Rowan Martinez. Another track guy, big time track athlete. Didn't get a chance to meet him early on. Again, we had a big time track year, but I'd heard his name a ton of times prior to, and the first time the kid does get an opportunity to walk out on the football field, I realized that his arms are around his knees, and I was like, okay, this is what the hype's about. And not only have a big time track season for our team, he did so individually. Ran 11 100 meter as a freshman, which is pretty darn good. He's also one of the guys that really sets the temperature for our team, and at practice we have to make it abundantly clear that this is a thud tempo. This is not live, because four is fast, physical, aggressive, and that's him all the time. So we better put out a disclaimer that this is not a full contact practice, and we get the opportunity to see it every Friday night. That's Rylan Dillard Allen. Lastly, but certainly not least, this guy, I wish we at least had him for another year. It's been an absolute pleasure to coach. He leads our team in everything. Community service. He's going to be the last guy to lead a stadium, whether that's picking up garbage or putting in extra work. And I think he's also the first person at our campus that does the stats. He'll text me as early as humanly possible, 6 a.m., hey, coach, did you look at the stats yet? No, I'm just waking up. He was like, well, you don't have to do mine. I had 19 tackles. And he went through a stretch where he had 19, 18, and 15, 3 games in a row. And the first time I've ever been a part of an all-region meeting where a guy was a unanimous pick for Player of the Year. There was absolutely no bickering in the room, no one lobbying for their guys. And it's not that those guys didn't feel that they had someone worthy. This kid just kind of ran away with the competition, and he rightfully earned the unanimous Defensive Player of the Year for our region. It's been an honor and a pleasure. Number 9, Antonio Delgado.
Come on up, boys. As these young men are making their way, I just want to mention that we appreciate everyone for being here. Thank you to the Tempe All-City Association, and thank you to our Marcos Aniza admin, our athletic director, Lenica Reese, and our principal, Brent Brown. Thank you for your support this season. These young men, from the very jump, they've done everything that we asked them to do as a staff. From the winter sevens to the spring sevens, to the summer weight training, to the big dog workouts. They've poured themselves into this program, not only on the field, but in the classroom. I want to make sure to mention that we finished the school season, or the season off with a 3.1 cumulative GPA for our football program. But these young men completely bought in. They bought into each other. They bought into the brotherhood. They did everything possible to help and support each other and to make sure that we had a successful season. We finished the season off 9-1. We were the Desert Sky Region champions, and it's all because of these young men. I would like to start with our specialist. As I say your name, please step forward. Damian Gonzalez. So I am a stat guy, so I'm going to make sure to mention this young man was 50 for 52 in his PATs. He was 10 for 11 in field goals. His only miss was a 45-yard field goal. Prior to this year, we hadn't made a single field goal since I was here as the head coach. So to go from none to 10 is remarkable. He's an amazing young man. He just got done with his soccer game, so he headed this way. He also serves as a linebacker, and he's probably the only kicker in the state to kick field goals with a cowboy collar on. Love him very much. Congratulations, Damian Gonzalez. This next young man, he, from my first year here, I had several guys, including Damian, that played for me as sophomores on varsity. And this young man among 10 seniors on defense, he was the only sophomore to start. He received All-City Award last year at linebacker. He's receiving it this year at defensive back. He was also All-Region defensive back. And before I forget, Damian was also all-region kicker as well, and second team linebacker. But Mason Stromstad has been an amazing player for our football program. He's going to be continuing his football career at Southern Utah University, where he'll make a huge impact right away. He's a tremendous athlete. He's an even better person, Mason Stromstad. This next young man, he really came into his own this year as not only just a leader but also in the classroom, and it translated to the football field. He legit had stats in every defensive category. He had 86 total tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 5 quarterback hurries, 3 interceptions, 2 of which he ran back for touchdowns. and a scoop and score, and 3 caused fumbles. So this man had a heck of a year. He bought in. He's a film junkie. I can't say enough about him, his work ethic, his dedication, and we're going to miss this young man, Javier Bueno. This next young man on the defensive side of the ball, step up, Michael, for me. He's only a junior, so we have another year for him. He's wreaked havoc on the defensive side. I know that opposing quarterbacks have nightmares about this young man, and in just 5 games, he tallied up 6 sacks, and a lot of that is just, I think you give credit to a lot of your teammates for making that happen, but it's a lot of your work ethic and your dedication. I'm super excited for the future for this young man. Not only is he a football player, but he also plays basketball and he runs track. So, Michael Turner, thank you very much. On the offensive side of the ball, this young man has been a rock for us on the offensive side of the ball at the offensive line position. Yeah, he kept our quarterback clean all year long. We played a team with 2 defensive ends that had a combined 27 sacks, and they didn't have a single one in that game. This young man, along with his size and his strength, has the character that's as remarkable for a young man his age. He was brought up right, and I can't wait to see what he does in the future. We have a lot of universities coming in, and they're all asking about him. I can't wait to see what he does in the future. Elian Ruiz. And our last young man, Jamal Young, wide receiver, first team all-region. He, in all-city as well, he got second team kick returner. He had just over 1,400 all-purpose yards, about 950 receiving yards, and 14 touchdowns. He probably had about maybe 20. 6 of those were probably called back throughout the year. We had receivers setting picks, instead of the blocking because they were so afraid to get a holding call because they wanted Jamal to score. But he's a remarkable young man. He's the captain on the basketball team. He's a 10.8 100-meter runner on the track team. He has a 4.2 GPA. He's a well-rounded young man. And again, among the other universities that are here, they're all asking about him. It's exciting to see a young man play with that kind of speed and that kind of talent. He brought a lot to this football team, and we're sad to see him go, but we're excited to see what he does in the future. Jamal Young. That is all we have. Thank you again for everyone being here.
What a night. Are we done? Thank you very much for coming. I'd like to say that outside we have refreshments for everyone. And also, Southwest Portraits, owned by Herb Stokes, is going to take photographs. Anyone wants a photograph, take them with the team, the coach. He'll take a photograph for you, and then you'll have a professional photograph. And that's at no charge. And the trophies are done by John Bush at Trophy Den. And we want to give him some thanks. $50 awards, pretty impressive. We gave out a state championship. We started doing that about 25 years ago. We figured it's not going to cost us that much. Getting a state championship is really tough. We've had over 50 state championships. This is a great district. We really do a good job. Volleyball, 5 of our the 7 volleyball players are from Corona, and one's a freshman, one's a sophomore. Come on. We're working hard, and look for next year. It could be pretty good. Thanks for coming. Drive safely on the way home.